Let's see. Hey, Johnny. Hi, Melissa. Yes, we do need to get those control arms done. One of these days. I'm like 2 weeks out right now. DWW, howdy to you. Quitting diabetes. I definitely will. Thank you very much. So I wanted to get on here. We'll do a Q&A. I've been getting a lot of messages about how I started, and Merced, Mobile Mechanic, had a few questions that he wanted to ask. So I told him, send them to me, and we will get them answered. Him and his dad are looking to start a business together. Thank you, Ed. I am Lizer. Good evening to you. I seek out the truth. Hello. James, thank you for commenting, joining us here. Let a few more people get on. Then we will do a few shout outs. We had several people donate to that PayPal account. Just wanted to give every one of them a shout out, and then we'll shout out the super chats from before. Yukon, thank you. Legion Heart Moto, watching from the Philippines. Wow, thank you. Tyson, I worked for Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram almost 10 years, just about 10 years. So very experienced with Chryslers, Jeeps, Dodges, Rams. I left the end of February, beginning of March. Busting Nuts, I like your name. Field Tech Mafia, what's up? All right, so let's get to shouting out. Let's see. Still trying to learn how to do this. All right, recent activity. So the person who, I'm going to butcher some names, so I'm sorry. The person who got me to do this, his name was Soren. I believe that's how you say his name. He donated as a super chat, and then he asked for a different way to donate, a different type of, account. So we made a PayPal. So thank you, Soren. Abdel Yusuf, thank you very much. Lloyd Diverge, thank you. Darren, thank you. Vincent, David Morris, Blaine Newman, Lucio Lemus, Brian R. Foster, Roger Sherwood, Leonard, thank you guys. At Tim, I slept a little last night. I may look a little down in the dumps today. I just had to bury our family dog about an hour ago. So sorry if I look a little down in the dumps. He had cancer and he passed today, so we buried him. So yes, got a little bit of sleep last night and a little tear shed today. Analyzer, yeah, Chrysler products will keep you busy. Yes, they always kept us busy. Ken, thank you. This is my first live also. Legion Heart, thank you. I appreciate it. We had him since 2014. He's the same age as my one of my middle daughters, so they're pretty broken up about it. So man's best friend right there. Thank you guys. Yeah, the kids are pretty broken up about it. So, David, yeah, that sucks, man. About was it 2016? We put our Rottweiler down on our on my wife's birthday. So I know how that one is. Sorry. Yeah, Tyson. Yeah, he did. He lived a great life. He was a great guard dog and great with the kids. So I appreciate all that, guys. Your dog was 12. Yeah. And we found a tumor under his armpit when we got back from our vacation, and he just hasn't been the same. And then today he had heavy breathing, and he couldn't breathe anymore. And we scheduled with the vet. No one's open. No one's around. Took him, and they wouldn't even see him. So we brought him home, and he passed. So. All right, so that was our PayPal donations. And guys, that account, we're just using it strictly to help people. That money doesn't go to me. So when we get a genuine guy like that guy in the wheelchair, an elderly, disabled, someone struggling, we're going to help them. We'll pay that bill for them. Honestly, I'll discount the labor through the business, and we'll take care of them. So we'll make that money last a long time. Also, as I explained in that video last night, we did adopt 4 children, but there are kids in those, what do you call those, the county offices, the CPS offices that sleep there. So I do want to organize something with a group of people, and we'll go donate to the local kids that are there. There was a ride from one of our Harley dealerships out here. I mean, as you can see, I ride. They dropped off toys at the children's hospital, and I wouldn't mind doing that. If any of you guys are local and want to join, maybe we'll do something together. Analyzer, one of our dogs had surgery on her foot. How's she recovering, Lizer? Leeser? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm terrible. I'm looking up here to see if I can pull up all the super chats. I like to shout each and every one of those people out also. Also, Mike from Baltimore, I hope you're on here. We were talking earlier about his Mustang and his Corvettes. So far she's doing well. How long ago did she have that surgery? What kinds of bikes do you have? So this one here is my wife's. It's a 2023 Nightster. I bought it for her 2 Fridays ago. So not yesterday, but the Friday before. She's learning how to ride. She hasn't rode it yet. She's learning on her Honda Grom. I have a 2023 Street Glide and like a mid 2000 custom chopper with a 80-inch Evo in it, cammed, and Vance & Hines pipes on it. Which, funny story, we left a kind of like a cruise night thing a couple weeks ago, and as I was riding, flames started shooting out the side, and somehow I blew the head gasket. So I got to tear that one down. The garage is way organized than mine. It took a while. I have only like a 1-car garage, 1.5 maybe. Yeah, like something like a 1.5, and I have to kind of work in it. So organized it a little bit. Okay, here. Super thanks. All right, so I got all the super thanks here. I thought Vance & Hines only did Japanese bikes. No, they do Harleys also. So we got Craig Shackleford 9856. Thank you. Tim Collerton. Mike at One Big Froggy. Thank you. Soren, that was you. Thank you. Mr. J Dubs. Thank you. Steve Malone. Sam. Thank you. Jonathan Taylor. Thank you. Carla. Thank you. Bad Comment Bot. I like your name. Thank you. Johnny Ivester. Thank you. Dave1521, thank you. America the Free, thank you. Scott Morford, thank you. Official Linebacker, I can't say the rest of it on here, but thank you. I agree. Creative Dad, thank you. Lauren Street, thank you. The Ace Thunder, thank you. JBMC, thank you. Again, Official Linebacker, and I can't say the rest of it, but I agree. Thank you very much, man. G-Bach, really appreciate it. Flatfoot 62, thank you. Santiago, thank you. iNet Web Guy, really appreciate it. Izzy Sanchez 6849, thank you. So that was all our supers. Again, all that is going to go with that same PayPal account, and we'll help more people with that. So enough with the phone. 1 car, 1 motorcycle garage. You mean by 1.5? Yeah, I can barely fit 1 car and 1 motorcycle, but yeah. Yeah, that Merced mechanic. I'm waiting for him to get on here. He had some questions. Yeah, where's everyone from? I'm near Tucson. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, let me know where you guys are from also. I've had people from Canada, Jamaica, all kinds of places. So I'm curious to where everyone's from. Tucson. Do you have a favorite scan tool? So I purchased the Autel MS906 BT myself, and I paid like $1,400, and I've loved it. So so far, that's what I have. I have 2 scan tool companies sending me out scan tools. and we're going to try them out. We'll do a little review. I hope you guys don't mind, but it's going to help the channel. And honestly, I'm kind of doing this for you guys. I made a deal with one of them that I can give the tool away to you. So they're perfectly okay with me giving it away. So I kind of want to figure out how to give away a scan tool to all of you subscribers. I've had a few other companies reach out, and I told them, look, this is what I want to do. Either you're going to send it to me and I'll give it away, or if we can, send me one to review and I'll send me another one to give it away. Just trying to give back to you guys for all that you're giving with the subscribing and commenting. Chicago. When? Let me scroll back up here. Sorry, guys. So there's the favorite scan tool. I'll let you know which one I have already. Tucson, Arizona. When and how did you get interested on working on cars? So I got interested on working on cars. I got interested in cars by one of my uncles. He always had like an SVT Cobra. He had a CTSV. Unfortunately, we're not close anymore. Things happen. So, but being around that, my uncle-in-law owned a Ford dealership, and my grandfather and grandmother worked there. So I was able to see all the cool cars, Ford GTs, all that cool stuff. So I really accredit that to my uncle, with the SVT Cobra. That thing was awesome. I'd love to have one day. How long have I been in business? So I started the company the end of last year. I started doing it part-time a little bit while I still worked at the dealership. I quit the end of February, beginning of March. I kind of forget exactly the date, but 100% since like the beginning of March. And starting out business was a little slow, but I mean, you see those videos of those landscape trucks. Those guys, we have become friends, and honestly, they're the ones who kept me going, while I was still building up my clientele. So shout out to Abarca Landscape in Hemet, California. Real good guys. Honestly, they have a taco shop also. Taqueria Los Abarcas. Sorry, my Spanish isn't great, but it's in San Jacinto, California. Great food. No, I'm not being paid anything to say this, but this is just out of my heart. But I appreciate those guys. Rhode Island, Indiana, Michigan, Connecticut, sunny Florida, G-Bach. Hey, wow, other side of the country. Minnesota, New Hampshire, Philippines, originally from Florida. The market is kind of flooded with scan tools. Yes, the market is flooded very much with scan tools. The two different scan tools that they're sending me, it's two different companies. I've never used one of them before, and I have one of the products from the other company. Let's see, no car anymore, just an e-bike. I'm too old. James, I have an e-bike also. They're pretty cool. Mine's called an Eco Trick. It's one of those fat tire bikes. Can you educate me on setting the business side in California? So, Anthony, I started by filing for my LLC. You don't have to, but if you plan to be in business and you want to protect your assets, get an LLC. From then, what did I do? I live in Riverside County, so I had to file a fictitious business name permit or whatever they call it. And then from there, I had to file my City of Hemet business license. Then I had to file my Bureau of Automotive repair license. That gives you the ability to work on everything as a legitimate repair shop. And then I set up my EPA ID. EPA ID is free. If you're under a certain amount of chemicals, then it's free. And I think it's still free if you generate a lot, like a big shop. Do a live show from their taco stand. It's an actual establishment. It's actually inside of a building. Very nice. Taco Tuesdays live. I'll ask them. Let's see if we can do that. That'd be pretty cool. You guys can meet them. We'll see. I'll talk to them. Honestly, I'm working on one of their trucks on Tuesday, so maybe when we're done, we can go over there. Top done. That I don't want to give it away, but they've reached out also, so we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. My dad scrapped cars. Just about every car, truck I ever had was built in a junkyard. That is awesome, Edward. Electric XP 3.0. I'll look that up, James. Tim, I'm working on it. So these shirts here, they have. Sorry, I'm reading something here. All right, these shirts here I got from Magic Graphics in San Jacinto, California. Tyler over there is really cool. Again, not anything paid, and I fully don't want anything from him. He's an awesome guy. I do work on his dad's vehicles. His dad has an awesome car collection. So we met because my buddy Mike, who owns Duke's Mobile Welding, got his dirt bike done over there, and they wrapped his dirt bike. So I called him, and awesome deal, man. Awesome. All my stickers. He did the ones on my truck. He didn't make the logo. That was another person, which is also a friend, which I need to ask if I can give their information out. But the person who made these shirts, Tyler at Magic Graphics in San Jacinto. I'm working with him to possibly get more shirts to sell and hats to sell. He did my hats too. And I need to ask him on lanyards and stuff. What else do you think merchandise wise I should try to get, Tim? James, electric bike, word correct. Oh, okay. Okay, I know electric then. One of the guys around here rides the electric XP, and he rides the crap out of that thing. I seek out the truth. Locals could show up and watch your live in person. Yes, I would appreciate that. What's funny is I was at Harbor Freight earlier, and a guy named Jeff stopped me and said, "Hey, I was watching your videos earlier." And, we were talking for a while, and we exchanged numbers, and he also rides motorcycles. So we're going to try to get together and go for a ride, which I don't mind any locals, meeting up somewhere, just not my house. Unless, I'm working on your vehicle and you're paying for it. So. Analyzer Top Down makes decent products. Yes, I've seen them. And honestly, I'm impressed. So I'm curious to see what their tools do. Maybe one day we'll try one out. Damari, great videos. Maybe speak a bit more. I'm trying. The videos that you guys have seen, I filmed a while ago, weeks ago. And certain... skip ads. I guess there's an ad about to pop up for you guys. I'll skip it. I honestly, the earlier ones I was camera shy on, and if anybody tells you they're not camera shy when you first start, they're lying to you. So I was very camera shy, talking with all you guys and everyone's great comments. I'm not that camera shy anymore. I still am, but I'm trying to get over it, so I'm starting to talk more. But thank you for that comment. I seek out the truth. I used to ride and do moto vlogs on my other channel at a Kawasaki Cafe Racer and a 750 Honda Shadow. Awesome. I bought a Honda, I think it was a 750, and it was chopped up into a bobber. I rode it home. A lady pulled out in front of me, and I hit the brake, and it locked up, and almost ate it. So I ended up trading it for a Honda Grom. And that's what I did my ride test on, and my wife rides that one around right now. T-shirt stickers and maybe tumbler cups. Okay. I've got stickers also. I have a few people who have I've talked to, and I'm going to send them some stickers out. Tim, you're doing just fine. Thank you. When I used to do live streams, my wife would read the questions for me. Right now, all the kids are awake. As you can imagine, 4 little babies running around and 3 older kids running around in there. Yeah, I can't leave them alone for that long, unsupervised. But maybe one day we will. And they're watching right now, guys. So they're watching from inside. I'm out here where it's a little more quiet and we can interact a little more. I miss the big bikes in the US have only small CC scooters and motorcycles. Really, they don't sell anything like big there. ST, let's get this channel to 10K. I hope so. Have one of the older kids help you out, maybe pay them. Yeah, that works for a little bit, but usually it's, one older kid doesn't want to do that much and tries to make the younger kid do it, and you guys know how that goes. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Keep your good work ethic and business practices. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I really do. Yes, but expensive. That sucks. So small CC, are you meaning 150 cc, like the Honda GY6 kind of engines? Too old for this. I'm not going to say that word. I raised 1 kid by myself. I don't know how you can handle that many. There's never a dull moment. No, never a dull moment. Definitely never a dull moment. Always something. The quiet hours of 10 p.m. to 5 to 6 a.m. Sometimes you want to stay up late just to enjoy the peace. I love your truck setup. Thank you. I'll do a video on it one day. Maybe as like a bonus, just like a 10-minute walk around video showing you everything. I did a dual battery setup in it with an isolator so it doesn't kill my main battery, and it came out pretty good. I like it. But thank you. I probably will do that. Maybe in a couple of weeks I'll put it out like a Wednesday or something. Yes, and 125, 110. So do you guys have Honda Groms out there? How old are you and what are the ages of your kids? I am 30 and I'd rather not discuss ages. They are all under the age of 18. And thank you for that, only if you want to. I appreciate that. Thank you for understanding. Certain things we should give out, and ages of the kids, I think, are one of them. Yes, so you do have Honda Groms out there. Those things are pretty cool. The one that I have, it's a 2014, and it's pretty cool. Me being 6'1", and on that bike, I have to tuck for it to get 60 miles an hour, and stick my feet off the back. It looks kind of funny, but it's pretty fun. We'll wave the flag and ring the bell for I am here. Hi, Mike. Where are you from? 750 was a great bike. I rode one for 100,000. Wow. 2 chains, 1 clutch cable. That's a lot of miles on one of those. I have kids and been doing YouTube a very long time. I'm going to have to check out your channel. Is it I Seek Out the Truth for your channel? What brand are your preferred hand tools? The kind that work. No, honestly. So I have Pittsburgh, I have Quinn, I have Icon, I have Matco, I have Snap-on, I have Mac, I have all of that. Honestly, the Icon brand and the Quinn brand for the price are actually really good. I really do like Harbor Freight stuff. They've come a long way, and I know a lot of people talk trash on them, but they're great. Honestly, a great tool. I use them every day professionally, so don't be afraid of Harbor Freight. Certain Amazon stuff is questionable. I've bought a few Amazon things, and they just don't work, so be careful with that, Ken. Okay, I'll look that up. I seek out the truth. I'll definitely look that up. Like to see what you do. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I told you 10,000 would come quick. Yes, sir, you did. Oh, you have two channels. The second channel, I just recently stopped uploading on it. I get that sometimes, like I was doing what is that? TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. And honestly, it just takes forever trying to do everything. I couldn't imagine having two channels. Whatever tool gets the job done is a tool I use. Yes, Legion, definitely. G-Bach, yes. Harbor Freight Rules, yes, I am there a lot. I used Craftsman and Husky when I did the mobile service. Nothing wrong with it. I have a couple of Craftsman things. I have a Husky box in my Duramax with it's one of those like 100 and some piece sets with the 3 drawers in it, and it's got like the carrying case. So I keep that in my Duramax just in case anything happens. So. Mike, what's the weather up there in Canada? I have a 2018 Pathfinder, 37,000 miles. Is my transmission doomed? I'm going to answer that question honestly. Yes, it is doomed, Tim. Nissan's CVT transmissions are not the greatest. The dealership that I worked at was a Chrysler dealership, which also owned the Nissan dealership. That was their first one, and that's their bread and butter is warranty transmissions and customer pay transmissions. So honestly, I would never buy a Nissan CVT. Honda CVT are a lot better, but still, everybody has problems with their transmissions. It's hard to keep a transmission in some of these newer cars. Harbor Freight tools are decent, but specialty tools, you go to the trucks. Yes, certain things, Edward, I do go to the trucks. I used to have 5 channels. Holy cow. Instagram, Facebook, like I said. I've been around YouTube since then. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have to definitely look that up once we're done here. We'll probably end up going to like 6:30. Just depends on everything. We're all burned out by then. I bet you experienced a wooden spoon once or twice as a child. This is what, wow. Do you know my grandmother? Yeah. The wooden spoon was a thing in that household. That is hilarious. Absolutely funny. I'm going to have to tell her that someone said that. Thanks, Mike Green. You probably know her. She probably hit you with the wooden spoon, too. I'm kidding. 49 degrees here. Normally warmer than that, but I prefer cooler. I prefer the cool, too. I'm melting out here during the days. The high was like 95 yesterday, 97, the guy said on his thermometer out there. James, yes, please, everyone hit the thumbs up. I didn't know there was a thumbs up on here. I have no idea. This is my first live, so never have I joined a live either. No, I take that back. So Victory Outdoor Services, I watched their channel, and I watched this live, but I didn't interact. I just seen it. You're 60. Wow. 60 years young. Analyzer, I got the wooden spoon and a yardstick. I didn't get the yardstick. That's awesome. Trying to get that glare. Oh, don't show that bike yet. My granny used the orange Hot Wheel track on my butt. I still have the Mattel. That's awesome, Mike. What are your thoughts on the Jeep Liberties? I've been chasing a check engine light for just over a year. I've replaced everything on it, except the part that's wrong. That's the only thing you're missing there. I seek out the truth. Honestly, the Jeep Liberties, they're different. I mean, it just really depends on what the light's for. Do you know what the code is? Honestly, I haven't worked on too many Liberties. They really haven't came in that much. Hot Wheels car tracks were worse than the wooden spoons. I don't know. That's debatable, Dave. They both really hurt. Sydney, Australia. One big froggy. Hey, dude, thank you. I just shout you out earlier. Appreciate that. James, my dad's sister raised 10 kids. Wow. That's a lot of kids there. I wouldn't mind 3 more. I'm just kidding. I have Hot Wheels tracks. Runs perfect, random misfire. And you've changed spark plugs, all sensors, coax. Have you compression tested it? See what you're running compression, wet and dry. Is the saying true? Mechanics have the worst cars. My wife's vehicle runs great. My service truck, the AC compressor is about to blow. I replaced it 2 years ago, and I've been, it's been fine up until like 2 weeks ago. My check engine light comes on and off occasionally for the EGR, but it runs fine. My Duramax runs great, but I use that as my tow rig, so it kind of has to run great. My second service truck, which you guys will probably see in a couple of videos, that one needs paint. I had a guy sand it down for me, and it's ready for paint. I just need to paint it, and then I fixed the radiator in it, and now it's got another coolant leak, probably from the water pump, if I had to guess. The guy only had water in it, so got to flush it all out and probably change that water pump out. We'll see. But yes, a lot of my cars do need work, but the main ones don't. It runs perfect. Random misfire. No compression check, but the light will come and go. I'd do a compression check. If you're getting a random misfire occasionally, I would just start with compression. See if you got low compression and it's just seeing it every once in a while. That's really where I would start. Fuel, air, compression, and spark. It's really, really what they need. That would be my next go-to. My wife and I have been married 28 years today. We have 5 daughters, 14 to 27. Wow, happy anniversary, 28 years. That is awesome. So 28 years together or 28 years married? I see married, but Edward, 68 years old. Awesome, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. G-Buck, your thoughts on 5.7 Hemi Tick? Exhaust manifolds or lifters? Always. They are known for eating camshafts. So there's a actuator in the front of the engine, like underneath the intake, for the variable valve timing. Depending on the year, if you pull it out and it has metal in it, you need an engine, per Chrysler's bulletins. I'm 66 and went to Catholic school. Wooden yardstick across the back. Oh my goodness, that had to hurt, Ken. I couldn't imagine on the hands. I didn't get it on the hands, just the butts. Catholic school for me too. To this day, I hate penguins. No, that's awesome, Mike. I see that's truth. I've changed the gas cap, the relays, radiator cap, tire. Oh wow, he went as far as to change out the winter air to the summer air. Dave, 28 years married. We met on AOL in 1995. Wow, that is awesome. So you can find someone on the internet, and it actually lasts. That's awesome. Really, really, really happy for you. I was one then, so that's awesome. I love hearing stories like that. I had a customer probably 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, and he was married 65 years to one woman, and she had just passed before I went there to work on his vehicle. And I'll tell you, I've never hugged and cried with a customer until that day. I could only imagine losing my wife. We've only been married 15 years. I couldn't imagine losing her ever. So cherish it, Dave. Edward, if the cylinder swap out the coil pack with another cylinder, that drove crazy for a while. My ProMaster, yeah, the ProMasters, they're a different beast. America the Free, $10. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Vandy, I've been married 4 times. All my wives have passed away. I truly am sorry. That's got to be tough, dude. James, I'm 70 and I did an atomic bomb drills in 1962. Wow. You okay from it? Edward, same cylinder misfire. All my wife's friends thought I was a serial killer. You know, you never know who's on the internet. There are a lot of serial killers there. 2021 Ram G-Bach. Under warranty, 16K, 5.7, Hemi-Tick, dealer replaced lifters and cam, but did not fix the problem. Have not missed any oil changes. Honestly, it could be the exhaust manifolds. Is it louder when it's first started? And then it gets, it quiets down after like a couple minutes? James, I've been hit with a wooden paddle with the holes drilled in it. I've heard horror stories of that. 93 of them eating. Oh, that's not even funny, Vandy. It's really not. This is kind of a family friendly type of thing, so it's not even funny. So yeah, G-Bach, I would definitely listen, because they break the exhaust manifold studs or the bolts, and the exhaust manifolds will warp a little bit. So definitely, if it starts up and it's really loud, and you could put your ear like in the fender well and see which side is louder. Who is your go-to YouTube mechanic besides your own? So probably the first one I started watching was like Roadside Rescue. Ernest is pretty cool over there. I liked his like that UPS or USPS van that he has. Pretty cool, honestly. It sucked that it broke down, and I hope he's getting it running pretty soon here. I know he's doing that 12 valve swap, so it's pretty cool to see. I'm trying to think of his name. It was a guy with a dog, and he had an air compressor in the back, and he was doing mobile mechanic for a while. I forget his name though. Remember this day soon. You will not be able to read the chat comments. You're going to grow fast, brother. Thank you. I seek out the truth. I hopefully we can grow together, and I want this to be a community thing. So I would like to do meetups together and meet some of you guys one day. So my grandkids today need a little paddling to have no consequences. Some kids, I will say, there was some neighbor kids one day throwing eggs back here. They cussed out my daughters and never even talked to them before. So yeah, we had some terrible neighbors before. So now it's pretty quiet. G-Bach, no problem. Anytime. I appreciate you very much. Hayes, yes. Dave, thank you. Hayes, yes. I watched him for a while. He's pretty cool. Ty, the car guy, I've seen him all over TikTok and stuff. He seems pretty cool, down to earth, and I've seen a bunch of his shorts and all that, and I hope he starts making more videos. I've seen he had one. I don't have too much time to watch as many as I would like, but I do watch a few occasionally. So, from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, LJA. Remind me of my mechanic, honest all day. Yes, I try to be honest. I'd rather be honest and build that relationship with my customer. It'll make me a lot more money in the long run. than overcharging. If I can't get rich off one customer. Honestly, I charge everybody the same. The people that ask for discounts, I don't give discounts to. And people that call me, I had a guy call me, 2015 Chevy Corvette, blower motor keeps going out. And he had it at a shop. They replaced the blower motor 2 times. And he called me. He's like, yeah, it keeps blowing the blower motor. And, they can't figure it out. How much do you charge? And, I told him my price. I on something like that where someone's already been in it, I would need 2 hours of labor. And to be honest, guys, I charge a $60 mobile fee. So it covers my gas and my time of driving. If I'm driving, an hour there, hour home, and I'm spending $40 in gas, kind of need to up my price just a little bit. That's when I go outside of Hemet, San Jacinto area. So he's like, wow, that's expensive. I'm just going to go back to that shop. I told him, well, good luck. I'm very experienced in electrical. I did a lot of that at the dealership. So we just have to be honest and tell people this is how much it's going to charge or going to be. And, we have to charge accordingly. My first grade teacher used a ping pong paddle. Wow. That's not very nice. How many 10 millimeter sockets do you own? Probably not enough. I have just here in the garage, I probably got 3 or 4. In my service truck, probably the same 3 or 4. Are there any equipment upgrades you like to do to your service vehicle? My gas air compressor. So I bought 3 from my neighbor who they just sat in a field for a long time. And I made one work and it works pretty good. It's not the greatest, but produces air and I'm happy with it for now, but eventually I'll upgrade that. Anything else really, the truck's fine. I just would like that gas air compressor one day, which I'm looking at the Harbor Freight one, and I might just buy it. They got a 30-gallon up there, but we'll see. We'll see which one I get. I agree with Mike Green. Yep. Dave Hayes just posted up again. Yeah. Was he gone for a while? Because I haven't seen much of his stuff anymore. I'm going to skip this ad again for you guys. I don't know why that keeps popping up. I don't know what that is. LJA, $2 small coffee. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it very, very much. I will buy a soda with that. That's non-caffeinated because you don't want to see me drink a coffee. I will bounce off all of these walls. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much, LJA. Do you ever do junkyard runs for your customer parts? No, Mike, I do not. Unfortunately, okay, yes and no to that question. I personally don't do junkyard runs, but I do call a salvage yard when I need an engine or transmission. I use Allied Auto Salvage in Riverside area. Awesome people. Kind of ironic, the guy I deal with over there, his name is Robert also. Awesome guy, awesome prices, always takes care of me. But that's the only extent of junkyard, salvage yard that I go to. I really don't like to put used parts on. These things happen. I'd much rather prefer to put remanufactured parts from the dealership or auto parts store, engine builder, something that has everything new on it. But sometimes you have to, which I did put a junkyard engine in about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. I have the video of that, but I didn't wear the camera on my hat. I put it on the tripod. And I don't know. We'll see. I might post it. But I did it here in this garage. That was an ordeal. I've done several engines, transmissions in here. And that one just wanted to fight me the entire time. I asked that question because my 20-year-old son asked me why I have 12 10-millimeter sockets. He's just getting into cars now. Yeah, I'd say in total I probably got 8 to 10, just in different sizes. He should always have 10-millimeter sockets. I said, yeah, he didn't post up for a while. Not sure why, but I haven't seen Ace the dog. Oh, no. Hopefully nothing's wrong with Ace. And honestly, Hayes, he seems like a good dude. I wouldn't mind meeting him one day. He's a lot of those guys are what got me into actually doing, the YouTube of it. I wasn't going to, and then I watched a few of these guys' videos, and it kind of inspired me to do it. At Roadside Rescue, though, I really liked his van. I really wanted to get one for myself, but honestly, I go to a lot of tight places, and places one of those big vans wouldn't fit. So, what day of the week is the busiest? Every Friday, everybody wants their cars for the weekend. Mondays, people break their cars over the weekend. I'd say those are the two busiest days. Chevy Box 9, those are typically it. I see got the truth. I'm doing a timing belt on his 1993 Del Sol. Is he helping you do it? Steve just tuned in. I was impressed with you taking care of that elderly man that needed a power steering belt. That was awesome of you not to charge him. Honestly, like I kind of explained in the last video, my brother has a disability. Kind of, feel obligated, and I don't know, something about helping the disabled. They need a little extra help, and a lot of people. Me and this guy had the conversation. A lot of people are scared to offend them, and I straight up, I don't want to beat around the bush with people. So I asked him. I was like, "Do you mind if I ask you questions?" And he was 100% open to answering those questions. I'm not going to explain what we talked about, but my brother, the same situation. He doesn't mind people asking. He just doesn't want you to, just stare and mumble things. They get anxiety about it. So if you're curious, certain people don't mind. Just ask them nicely. Hey, may I talk to you about your disability? I'm curious. Most of them won't have a problem. Maybe in a few lives, I'll introduce my brother. You might have, I've seen him in the printer video and a couple videos, but I'll probably introduce him. He's an awesome guy. Anyone watching the NHL finals right now while enjoying the stream? Mike, I don't really watch sports, but NHL is probably the coolest because they kind of get to fight. Fix It Angel is one of. I've never heard of that. Fix It Angel. I'll have to look that up. I'll go through these comments when we're done here, and I'll look that up. You guys watching and learning, awesome. Yeah, I have on Tuesday. I'm working on one of those landscape company trucks. One of my buddies, who's like a brother to me, his son's going to come over and he wants to learn. He's 16, 17, goes to the local high school and auto shop. So he wants to learn, and I'm going to have him here learning with me. So I like to teach the younger kids and all that. My daughter too, my son. Just in case they get a flat tire on the side of the road and everything. So they need to be able to do some basic things at the very least. Knowing what you know, what brand of vehicle would you never purchase? That's hard. Okay, first one, Nissan, because of their transmissions. I'd never buy it because those transmissions are guaranteed to go out. Honestly, I don't like European vehicles. They are more difficult to maintain and work on, and everything's super expensive. The vehicles I would purchase would be like Toyota, Honda, something like that. Some junkyard sell remanufactured parts a little cheaper than AutoZone or other parts store. I've never seen a remanufactured part from a junkyard. I'll have to ask about that, Ken. Yeah, all that I've had is used parts. So 03 E150 for my service vehicle, Dave. Beats loading and unloading the pickup every day. That is very true. I looked at getting a van, but getting in and out of the van for multiple tools. I don't know if you guys see how many times I walk back and forth to the truck. I'd probably have to do a pack out system at that point, but I really do like the van, but it's just easier with my service truck. Everything's outside. But thank you, Dave, for commenting that. LJA, do you follow Rainman Ray in Florida? He got screwed over by his old shop and opened his own. You know, I used to watch him while he worked at that other shop, and I seen a recent, like a Facebook video, and I noticed it looked a little different. I was going to check it out. I didn't know that. But yes, he is very honest. I like him. I seek out the truth. Just some YouTube advice to keep telling yourself, ignore the trolls. YouTube is 24 hours a day. Yes. I delete a lot of comments. I've deleted 2 people off of here because they're stupidity. I'm not tolerating that. My kids are watching this right now, and they can see the comments. I'm not going to deal with the stupidity of those people. I won't deal with people being offensive towards women. I delete those comments. I don't understand why they can't just keep those comments to themselves. Let's see. Which way works better? Neither. Oh, there's my street glide. You'll see that in a video. But I appreciate that. I seek out the truth. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of trolls out there. OJT for kids. How did you get started in this mobile mechanic business? Did you just one day think, hey, I'm good at this stuff. Why don't I try fixing other people's cars for money? Well, I started out, 16 years old. Me and my wife, which was my girlfriend at the time, we had our first child. So I got a car and I had to fix it myself. So, that's kind of what got me into cars, more than what my uncle got me into it. But I had to learn how to fix them. And, from there, I've always fixed people's cars on the side. So that's kind of how it ended up. A couple of years ago, I started, dabbling in it a little bit, doing it on the side of the weekends. But yeah, about 8 months ago, I got tired of the dealership, so wanted to start my own company and get out of the dealership life. Dealership life is very stressful, and yeah, I was tired of the dealership life. Too many years in it. My daughter wants a Jeep for her first vehicle. I've heard they're not reliable. Is there a particular year that I should look at? Well, it's just quitting diabetes. It should be. They all have their quirks. What years are you looking at? Are you looking at old or new is the question. James, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. I'll see you next time around. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. Steve, I've been very impressed with Mazda, and I have a lot of vehicles. Mazda's not bad. I've only worked on older Mazdas, which when they had Ford parts on them. Mike, I have to bite my tongue here so I don't get banned. No, you're cool, dude. The comments were completely inappropriate that those people were making. I don't mind what we've been talking about. How did you feel when you got recognized from your video? My kids were with me, actually. We were at Harbor Freight, and that guy, Jeff, he was like, man, I seen you from the video. And I was just like, kind of had no words. I was like, what the heck? It was pretty funny there. But honestly, it was humbling, how we started talking and different things transpired. Do any of your kids want to become mechanics? My daughter tells me yes and no sometimes. I wouldn't mind it. She's always, grabbing my tools and wanting to take things apart and put it together. So I think she will. G-Bach, I saw only one video and immediately subscribed. Do sincerity, patriotism with the American flag and your logo. Thank you very much. Yeah, definitely, I'm very patriotic. I love red, white, and blue. I love our country. So, I gladly represent that. We need to try to all stick together and build this American dream together. So it's the American dream. Own your business, live a wonderful life. Definitely you should get some mods to help with the comments to keep it clean. Yeah, eventually we will. Can definitely. I'll need to figure out how to do that. I don't know how. Maybe I can have my wife on another computer inside doing that, but we'll have to figure that out. If anyone knows how, they can send that to me. LJA, gotta go. Peace, everyone. Nice to see you. The love of the hate that seems to be the norm now. LJA, thank you. I appreciate everything from you, dude. So we'll see you next time. Omar, hi there. Would you mind saying what your hourly rate is, please? I know you said in the past video you would not get into that. Just wondering. My hourly rate is fair. That's what I'm going to say. Honestly, I don't think we should get into that, Omar, because it's controversial. So someone's going to say it's too much and someone's going to say it's too less, and then everyone's going to start fighting. So I just rather keep that to myself. Honestly, I charge people a fair rate, and I go based off of our labor estimator. But, I'm honest and fair. So, are you a believer in the 10K oil change intervals? I can't bring myself to do it. 5K for me. No, I do not believe in the 10K oil changes. I've seen inside of engines when they tear them apart. They've done the 10K oil changes. People are usually late on their oil changes. So when that thing goes off at 10K and they don't bring it in until 12, 13, 14, I think 5,000 is the most that I'll ever do. Usually it's 3,000 to 4,000 for me. Have you thought about tearing down that garage and building an oversized garage with a lift? I don't own my home. We are looking at me quitting the dealership. I don't have a W-2 more. I have a 1099. So I kind of have to wait 2 years now before we can buy. I would love to put a lift here, but I'll do like a tour of outside another day. I have a 40-foot fifth wheel stored over here too, and it's probably big enough for a small building that I could put a lift in. But that's something that I have to talk to the owner of the home, which she probably wouldn't have a problem with it, but we'll see. My wife and kids hated it being recognized and would be out in public. My kids thought it was awesome. They're just all laughing and saying, "Oh my God, Dad, you got recognized!" It was cool. Full Faith Repair, what is up? How are you doing? You're handling the live chat like a news anchor, as professional as anyone out there. It's amazing how the Lord works. Yes, I'm getting over my camera shyness, so can't wait to see those videos you're going to put out. The reason why is the people who recognize us would know everything about me, but we had no clue who they were. It scares my life. Honestly, that's very scary. I get that, and I can understand that. There are weird people out there, and they know everything about us, and we have no idea if they're a serial killer or a weirdo or anything. But honestly, I can say that we just need to protect ourselves, and I'll protect my kids and my wife if I have to, and I know you will too. So it's just the nature of doing this, and honestly, nothing really we can do about it. They're going to find out one way or another who we are, where we are. You can go to any Google site and you search people, and it tells you their address and all that stuff. So it's not very hard. Facebook and everything. So DWW doing an awesome job. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Full Faith Repair, are you going to put out some videos? I know we were talking about it. I haven't looked lately to see, but One Big Froggy, what are your favorite brand tools? So honestly, to be 100% honest, I might get hate for it, but Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. If I break a tool, I got to go hunt down the tool truck, and God knows how long that's going to take. Harbor Freight, I break a tool. There's like one here. There's one 25 minutes away, another one 30 minutes away. There's one in almost every city, so I can warranty it very fast. And, get right back to it. Say I break, one socket and I don't have a spare. I can run to that Harbor Freight, warranty it for free instead of going to somewhere else and buying one. If I had a Matco socket and I broke it, I'd have to go and buy something from another store to finish that job. So, but yeah, Harbor Freight is probably my favorite brand. I've got their winches. I've got their, there's an Icon, this side, Icon Creeper. I have a McGraw air compressor, U.S. General toolboxes all over. So I love Harbor Freight. Spooky, hi. I think we're in the same city as you, and I saw one of your videos recommended. It was a brake change, oil change next to a church. I think it was a Tacoma 4 weeks ago it was posted. Yes, is that the city of Hemet, Spooky, that you are in? Because I am in the city of Hemet also. When someone asks you how much you charge, bring out the spinning wheel of charges and spin wheel. That's awesome. The diagnostic dice, toss those out too while we're at it. Spooky, yes, I'm in Hemet. I do a lot of work in Hemet, honestly. Let's see. Awesome to have you here, Spooky. Someone in the same city, it's nice. I was like, that's cool. I've never seen someone who does YouTube in my city. Well, we got one at least. So, Mike Green, is that California? Yes. Yes, I'm in beautiful Southern California. I seek out the truth. Is there a car or job that you just will not do? I don't know. Yes and no. I did what I do. The turbo on the Volkswagen I just did, which you guys won't see a video. It's a short. You'll see the turbo sitting there jingling around, but that one kicked my butt. Honestly, it wasn't because it was Volkswagen. It's just the way they designed it with no room. But I typically don't like to work on Mercedes. I don't like to work on Audi, BMW, any of the German cars. They're kind of obnoxiously different. So, for job, no, I pull dashes. I do engines, transmissions. I do all of that. The heavy stuff here. DWW, how long have you been a motorcycle rider? So I've been riding dirt bikes since I was like 3 or 4 years old. On the street, I started with a 1994 Yamaha FZR 600 street bike. And then I sold that and got a 2002 CBR 600 F4i. So it's been like 4, 5, 6-ish years on the street. Dave Richards, have a good night. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. G-Bot German cars way over engine. Yes, they are. Mike Green, we're only 1,550 miles apart. That's it. That's not that far. I seek out the truth. Do you tow cars? No, I'm not insured for that. Typically, I'll have the customer either drop it off here or they'll AAA it here or something like that. One Big Froggy, are you planning to release quality mobile automotive merchandise, quality mobile merchandise? Yes, I am. That's been in the talks. I don't know when I'm going to, maybe in the next few weeks to month. I'm in talks with the guys over at Magic Graphics. I was talking to him about shirts and all that. I think we'll probably do shirts and hats first. I don't know how to price them, and I don't know how to. I got to find out pricing on everything and shipping and everything. How much that stuff costs. So we'll find out all of that, and maybe in the next month we'll do quality mobile merchandise. It'll probably be the same shirts as these. and it's got the same on the back. So we'll probably do that. I don't know. I got to find out if we can put like the YouTube emblem somewhere on like a shirt or something. We'll see. But definitely there'll be merchandise in the next like month and a half at the latest. But thank you for that. Like all your videos. Do you like working on Subaru? I don't mind them. They're all right. They're not terrible. Kids have pets. Yes, Mike. We had 3 dogs. Unfortunately, one passed away a couple hours ago now, and we just got done burying him before this. So we're down to 2 Chihuahuas and 2 cats. My daughter has 2 cats, and they're awesome. But thank you for that, Mike. Tom, I drive old vehicles and try to keep them in good shape, and I hope I don't need your services, but if I do, I'll give you a call. Watching from Temecula. Thank you, Tom. I'm out in Temecula quite often. I'll be out there, I think, next week sometime. But if you see that short that I posted, I worked on that 65, 66 Mustang and 57 Chevy pickup. And I didn't film anything on the 69 Firebird the other day, but I've done brakes on those, booster. I've worked on a lot of older cars. So I'm going to skip these ads again. You guys don't need to see ads on this. But thanks, Tom, from Temecula. I'm originally from California, Venice Beach. Lived in Florida for 25 years and then moved to Indonesia for a number of years. Now in Arizona. So you're not too far. We did the Route 66 through Arizona. We hit Kingman, Seligman, Williams. We camped in Williams and went to the Grand Canyon. Then we went out to the Meteor Crater out there by Winslow. And we drove our motorhome out there, and we drove out there and we were just trying to find a random place to park. And so we ended up parking at the gate for the Meteor Crater. And we didn't know that we slept on the side of the Meteor Crater out there, but that was awesome. So maybe one day if we're out there, we might meet up. Spooky, YouTube certified. Yes, sir. I am. If you don't look on YouTube, you're not a real mechanic. Let's just put it that way. If you haven't, yeah, you're doing something wrong. I was saying, you can put on a shirt, if I can't fix it, it ain't broke. Yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, I've had a lot of people comment about the torque wrench thing, and I need to find something to go on a shirt for that. So I'm going to figure out something with a torque wrench because, dude, people go nuts over me torquing wheels. And it's like, dude, I know what I'm doing. And you can clearly see the torque wrench move in the video. And so many people, just like one guy said, hey, I don't see you changing the oil filter. Okay, this exact time, here's the oil filter being changed. So something about the torque wrench, though. I don't know what it is, but people are flipping out. And the drain plugs, the crush washers on them. So that'll probably be a shirt also. Tim, do you have a Facebook page? Yes, but honestly, I've only posted a few things on it. It's hard to go back and forth between Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all of them. So this is what started blowing up, and this is what I'm trying to focus on right now. But I do have a website. If you want to go to my website, you can see a gallery of different work that I've done. That's really all the website's for. It's just a formality so I could put it on Google. Spooky, how do we get in contact with you? Just wondering in case I ever need your help or questions. Just Google my name, Quality Mobile Automotive and Hemet, and you'll pop up and see me. So. Yeah, Spooky, they thought I over-torqued them. Honestly, I didn't over-torque them. So I just can't show everything in the videos, but on that video, you clearly see me going. It moves just a little bit and then beeps. I mean, I got them literally right there. I barely seated them. Those are only like 83 foot-pounds. I know not to go crazy on them. It's not like I sent them to the moon. I just watched, not to bash anybody, but I just watched a video and someone went and hammered them on. And yeah, so I don't do that. Mike Green, wow, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I know how much that hurts. I recently lost Priscilla Cat, 21 years old, and she ran the house. Wow, that's some age there, dude. Yeah, so we've had him just about 10 years, and yeah, it hurts. He was a rescue, so we got him back when we used to use Craigslist. Some lady saved him. The neighbor's dogs kept attacking it. And she was able to get him away, and she told him, hey, we're not letting that dog go back in there. So his ears were all chewed up and different things like that. We got him back. We took him to the vet, got him all cleaned up and taken care of, and he's been the greatest protector ever. So, yeah. I can't believe that, 21 years on a cat. My daughter will be excited to hear that. She's probably watching it right now in there. Spooky. They thought I over-torqued it. That moves just an inch. Honestly, it doesn't need to move half a turn or anything like that. It's literally right there. DWW, when will your next live chat be? I don't know. I don't know. This is my first one. I didn't expect people to actually get on here and chat with me. So I don't know. We can make this a thing randomly, but I don't know that I can have a set schedule on one, because we're always busy with different things. And I don't know, when do you think the next one should be? It's not going to be next week, and that's Father's Day weekend, so I'll be spending time with my kids. But let's see. You said something in your last live stream I've been saying forever in my videos. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Yeah, it is free. Like, I get, so I watched YouTube on the TV, and I didn't subscribe to anybody for the longest time until I realized, I could just sign in on it. It's free, and hit the subscribe button. So I get it. A lot of people, honestly, I talked to a few people, and they didn't know how to. So I think that's another one of our problems, is they didn't know how to, and I get that. Elderly not able to use it. At least they're on our videos and watching them. So I appreciate it, and I know you do also. I said your content's entertaining. Thank you, Spooky. I try to be, a little bit entertaining. I'm just trying to mainly show my daily stuff that I go through. And, sometimes funny things happen. Sometimes they don't. So some videos will have something funny. Sometimes you won't. The last video that I put out last night, where I was sitting there in the chair talking, and I put those couple of bloopers at the end. I'm going to try to incorporate some of those bloopers into some of the other videos. So, fall out, shout. Hey. Well, hey to you. Mike Green, people that love animals and treat them well are usually good people. Yep, I love animals, very much so. People always get, weird with animals, and I don't understand it. They're just, as pets, they're conscious like we are. So, let's see. I have a question. Do you know this code off the top of your head? It's a Toyota P1305 igniter circuit malfunction. I don't know that off the top of my head. Maybe chat monthly. Okay, I'm sure we could do that. I'm sure we could do it monthly. Honestly, we might even be able to do it semi-monthly. I don't know. I guess we could plan one. The first Saturday or the first one of these days a month. But I wouldn't mind doing a random one. One of you guys suggested the Taco Tuesday type of thing, and that would be pretty cool. Go over there to the taco shop and do a little live with them. But the music's up a little loud there, so I don't know how that would work. We'll see. Let's see. How does your family feel about you becoming a YouTuber? My daughter made fun of me at first. My middle daughter, Izzy. So, yeah. And he's like, is he going to be a YouTuber? No. No, he's not. So, but now I make fun of her. I'm like, is he going to become a YouTuber now? Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Let's see. It's told me a coil not working correctly, so I moved the coil to another spot and reset the code. Sorry, I'm trying to read that. It's moving. For coil not working, so I moved the coil to another spot, reset the code. Hopefully that's what it is. Yeah, hopefully it moved with it. It sounded like a coil type of code, just didn't know if circuit open, circuit low. It's just hard when it gives you just a malfunction code. I'm used to the factory scan tools where it says circuit low, circuit high, something like that. So yeah, hopefully it moves with it. This one's for your kids. I was sound asleep around 4 a.m. and Priscilla came to bed and stood on my chest and woke me up. She had thought what I thought was a toy mouse. She likes to play catch. It turned out to be a live mouse and it ran around my house for hours. No joke. Our cat, he did the same thing. He, what was it? A couple months ago, he was playing with one in the house. We live we're close to the mountains over here. Like I can see the mountain here. We got a giant, 10, 20 acre empty field over here. So we do have a lot of like mice and frogs and different things that run around out here. Occasionally they get in the house, but the cat, he was just sitting there playing with them. And then the other night I went out there maybe like a month ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. I walked out and I'm walking. I don't know why I went out there, but I had the flashlight on and on the floor, he had eaten a mouse. So yeah, the cats are awesome. That is hilarious. But that's they think they're bringing you a present. So that's funny, Mike. Oh, shout! It's my dad's birthday, and I was really wondering if you could shout me out. Well, shout out to Fallout Shout. So, happy birthday, Dad. Fallout. Tell me where you're, what city or what state you're in, and see how far we are from each other. Select star. Keep up the great work and enjoy your explanations during your repairs. Sometimes I'm starting to talk a little more in there, so I'll explain just a little more in the future ones. So that says number 2 and number 4. So did you move them to 1 and 3? I seek out the truth. To your wife and kids who are watching, your dad is going to become a huge YouTuber. He's got exactly what you need to become a YouTuber. Thank you. I seek out the truth. That's awesome. It means a lot to me, and I know they're probably in there doing the same thing. Fallout Shout from Kansas. Just wanted to shout you out and your state. So thank you, Fallout Shout from Kansas. Josh Penna, hey man, talked to you earlier on Instagram about starting up my own business with Pops. Did you use Cal Gold to get all the certs you need? I've never heard of Cal Gold. What did I use? Let me grab this. So what I used was I went to Google and I typed in File LLC in California, and it went to Secretary of State. And so I did that. I don't think I used Cal Gold. Let me see what that is. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Fallout Shout, I got to go, but have a good day, night. Thank you, Fallout. We'll see you next time. Have a good night. Yeah, I don't think I used Cal Gold. I went to California EPA, and I got my EPA ID on that. And where'd you go? Yeah, no, I never heard of Cal Gold, Josh. Spooky, I move them. Okay, yeah. Well, if it keeps happening on those cylinders and you need some help, call me and we'll get that thing diagnosed. Josh, I just Googled what I would need, and I went to Secretary of State for my LLC, and I filed the Articles of Organization and Information. That was like $90 or something like that. And then I did the California EPA, which I did only the state one. I'm not a federal generator, so I just did the small one. It's free. That just, you're able to do hazardous waste, so like coolant and different things. You can have like them pick it up or drop it off. They always ask for that. Let's see, the Bureau of Automotive Repair. You need to do that to have your repair facility. City and county business licenses. My county requires us to do, what do you call that? Fictitious business names, permit for that. So you have to have a permit for that here. And then you have to have your city permits for every city that you go to. If not, code enforcement can write you a ticket. But I'll look up Cal Gold. I've never heard of that. So I started my own handyman business a couple years ago. I'm digging the truck printer. Yeah, I wanted a simpler way than handwriting the repair orders, because my handwriting is very sloppy and I suck at it. So the software that I use is awesome, and it needed a printer, but I can also text the customer to the invoice. So that printer, sometimes we go rounds. You look more relaxed now. You got this, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. A little more relaxed. We've gone an hour and a half now, and all of you guys are awesome. So spooky. All right, sounds good. Yeah. Fridays they do the cruise nights. There's 2 different spots, like Lyon in Florida and Sanderson in Florida. If you're ever at one of those, you'll probably see that bike there. I'm there. I left a comment on your last video about a body mounted camera. Not sure how comfortable those are. So, all right. It sits about here, and it's okay for when, if I'm on a lift, that's great because you can see everything. But since I'm like crouched down and it can't really face up that well, it's always pointed down. And, sometimes I'm working up here, sometimes I'm working down here. And the head camera just makes it look a lot better. So I tried it. I have it sitting in the truck. Honestly, I probably should return it, but it's not. It doesn't give the best quality of video. Subscribe from Niagara Falls, Canada. Wow. Thank you. I print mine beforehand, but I have to make edits on the fly if there are any changes. Yeah. So that landscape company that I was talking about, they started out using an inverter and a printer in their truck. So that's where I got the idea. So thanks, Anthony. Are you listed on Google, and is that where most of your calls in business come from? I am listed on Google. So I created a business page on Google. It's free. I didn't pay for ads or anything, and honestly, I get a lot of calls from Google. And the first thing I did, though, was Yelp, because that landscape company, they guided me through a lot of the different stuff. So I did Yelp first, and I pay for Yelp ads, so please don't go to my Yelp account. And that, you only get a certain amount of clicks, and then you don't get any more calls. So seems like HVAC guy can adjust his up and down. Understand? You tried one. They have magnetic camera mounts for GoPro. Research it. You can take your camera off pretty quick. I personally use a DJI Osmo action camera. Okay. I didn't know they had the magnetic mounts for the GoPro. I have to twist that stupid screw every time, and I didn't know they had that. I know they have the magnetic one, like you can clip it onto something metal, but I didn't know they had that. DJI Osmo action camera. I'll have to look into that too. I'll have to watch your videos and see, the quality of it. The GoPros are cool. I have a Insta360 X3 that I was starting to dabble with and play with, and I mainly used it for the bikes. But I bought it in August and it stopped working 4 weeks ago now. So I'm in a fight with them trying to get it taken care of. But Josh, you're probably going to want to post on your Facebook group ads around you, those Facebook groups, like your news and what's going on type of pages. Get yourself out there too. I get a few calls from that. How much faster do you think you could get jobs done if you had someone helping you? Do you think you could take twice as many calls if were that the case? So it'd probably save me 30 minutes a job, 20 minutes a job, because riding the vehicle up, talking with the customer, getting tools out and all that. Honestly, if I had someone helping me, I probably could save 20, 30 minutes per call. It's been a thought, and there are some things in the works, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I could do twice as many calls. So sometimes I'll have a call here in town, and then I'll have a call an hour away, and that hour of driving just kind of kills you because you got to drive an hour back. So when do you think you might hit 10K subscribers? Let's see. I don't know what we're at right now. I really don't. So we are at 9317, probably by next weekend. If I had to say, some things, sometimes the weekends aren't the greatest for the videos. It hits Sunday night to Monday, Tuesday, something like that. So maybe by next weekend. I get a lot of contacts from Google, but next door recommendations or neighborhood Facebook group recommendations are really solid. Word of mouth recommendations are excellent. Yes, I have a lot of word of mouth, and I posted in a few Facebook groups. You want to go for the ones with the biggest numbers, the members, I should say. I'm Joe. Hey, brother, enjoy your content. Hey, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been doing YouTube videos for a long time. I've tried every kind of camera out there. DJI Osmo has been the best for me. The battery lasts longer, and I've never lost any footage. Yeah, I've had a couple pieces of footage kind of not be there, and it's a little funky. And the batteries, I get 80 minutes out of a battery. So I'm pretty interested in looking that up. So, get a kid from a community college. So there's liability issues with that. I don't know. I kind of want someone a little more experienced than someone from community college. I've worked with a lot of kids from UTI and certain things like that, and I'm not impressed. Not impressed at all. Actually, it's amazing. It's amazing how they jump in. I've had a few kids come to the dealership and they didn't know anything. I had one kid kind of argue with me about fuel pumps. Fuel pumps are only rail mounted; they're not in the tank. No, that's not true. So he was straight from UTI, and he was still going to UTI. He was almost done, and I couldn't do that, Joe. I'm looking for someone a little more experienced. I don't plan on any employees. Too much headache. Need a lot of business to pay another salary. So it takes money to make money. So if I sent a guy out and he goes out for 8 hours and he goes and makes me $1,000 and I pay him $25 an hour, $200, I just made $800. Yes, you got to pay insurance and taxes and stuff like that, but still $500 in your pocket additional to what you just went out and made. So it's hard. I get it, Neil. You ever think about pack out most commonly used tools for your car? Would save a lot of back and forth to the truck. Yeah, I've thought about it, but I just don't like them being exposed like that in the bed of the truck. I really don't. Um, we have we have a lot of crime here, and a lot of people who think my stuff is their stuff. And I've paid a lot of money for my tools, and I really don't want to um, get things stolen from me. So let's get this ad too. So we'll see. I don't know. Is your wife a good cook, or do you eat at gas station as much as possible? She is the best cook. Um, yeah, she makes some awesome food, man. I would starve to death if it wasn't for her. I don't eat at gas stations. Yeah, my stomach doesn't like gas station food. Yeah, Joe, UTI and all those guys are just not like they used to be. Definitely not impressed. Caesar in Anaheim, and you reminded me of another mechanic with great attitude and honest man. His YouTube channel called Ford. Thank you, Loco. I think he's in Ohio. I'll look him up. Thank you, Albert. I definitely will look him up. This would do great in my community if you had someone you trusted. Yeah. Tim, if you hire a helper, sometimes you wind up creating another competitor down the road. Yes. Um, yes and no. Yes, they could be a competitor down the road, but it's they don't have to buy. Well, I would just set up the truck. I'd put them in the put them in the truck with me, and they don't have to buy any tools, bring any tools or anything like that. So yeah, I get what you're saying. It's hard trying to get someone, and then eventually they will be your competitor. Mike, I just tried to send you a tip, but it doesn't seem to allow PayPal. Can you add it? I know nothing about this YouTube stuff. Mike, I don't know either, my friend. I have zero experience with this. It looks like I can tip myself, but that's to the only extent that I know. Let's see. I'm clicking something here. It's monetized. Let YouTube ad rolls. That's all it's telling me is ads. So, in the description of the last videos, I have a PayPal account to help people. If you wanted to donate to that, we'll help people with that, Mike. I appreciate it. As the Snap-on saying goes, I don't loan my tools. Yeah, I don't like to loan my tools either because I've had some of them not come back. They like grow legs. Josh, my dad will be leading the way for our business and getting me spun on learning to diagnose. I remember you telling me you're working on those C-130s. Finding with it is the sole mechanic. Yeah, um, diagnosing it's not really it's not something you can learn right now. It's experience. I mean, you can read books all you want and understand things, but when you actually get in the field, it's totally different. Um, yeah, totally different on cars because you could have rodents, you could have people messing with it. I just went and worked on a. You probably no, I didn't do that video. 2002 Suzuki Grand Vitalia, or whatever they call that thing, and I was chasing my butt for like an hour just to find out that like, okay, why isn't this working? Someone had already been in there, wires were stripped, and uh, like touching metal, and then come to find out the fuse was missing. So no one told me that. So just Josh, you're gonna have to get the experience by doing it. But I wish you nothing but the best, and you can always reach out to me if you need to. Have you filmed any jobs you did in your garage there? It's just a single car garage, no lift either. Any plans for more or plan to keep it mobile? So that one, Neil. So just starting my business full 100%, leaving the dealership 3 months ago, I went from making like $10 to $15,000 a month to I've paid myself for the past 3 months $4,000, just trying to keep the business going. So we've sacrificed a lot, and I've only paid myself $4,000 for the last 3 months. So I would love to jump into a shop, and honestly, the business is starting to become crazy profitable. The past 2 weeks have been nuts, but I'd like to get into a shop eventually, but I'm always going to keep it mobile. Yeah, no lift here, but I would love a lift. That F-150 that I did an engine in like a few weeks ago to a month ago, that kicked my butt, going up and down underneath it. And yeah, so I'd love a lift. There's one in San Jacinto, California for like $1,400-$1,500 a month. It's a small, I could probably fit 2 lifts in it. And it's just a really long kind of straightaway, and it opens up a little bit. It has an office and an upstairs and a bathroom and all that. It's really, really affordable, but I just don't know that I can add that yet. We just got monetized with YouTube, so YouTube actually, with the good videos, they actually pay very well, so we might be able to afford that shop pretty soon. Mike, send yourself $10 and say it was from me. Got it, man. Got it. Warehouse, sorry, missed that. So if you go to the last video, where I'm sitting there talking, or even did I put it in I might have put it in the wheelchair video, the guy with the wheelchair. Yeah, that guy was awesome, by the way, but it's in the description. So if you click the description down there, it's somewhere in there. It's a PayPal. As a YouTube content creator, you have to look at it business. Once you monetize, you will have to pay taxes from your YouTube earnings, and you can and will make money from your videos. Yes, I seek out the truth. Yes. Honestly, I'm still learning. It's not based on views. It's based on ad views, and I can't see that information on my cell phone, so I have to jump on the computer here and look at that. Totally different than what I thought. I thought it was based on views, but it's ad views. So, if someone wants to watch my channel and just let it run all night and let all the ads run, I'd appreciate that. I'm kidding, but yeah, I'm still learning that. And so far it's been 8 days I've been monetized. It's pretty good. I'm impressed. So Ken, on the comment section, hit the money sign and donate with a super sticker. I appreciate that. I'll probably donate to myself in a little bit, but I'm just playing. Thank you. Neil, 15K per month net. That was gross. Gross. What? No. 1 month I did net that, but most of the time it was gross. I was doing like 160, 170 hours per pay. And then, some things happened at the dealership, and then those hours tanked because they were trying to pump up some numbers of other people. But what would you say would be a good first car for your kids? So good first car, Honda Civic. I like all the years. Toyota Corolla, I like all the years. Toyota Camrys, I like all the years. That would be my first choice for my kids. I have a 71 F100 here. 71, no, 72, something like that. I forget what it is. And that'll probably end up being my daughter's first car. She really wanted it, so. Neil, I didn't realize it's only been a few months. Yeah, I started it in November of last year, and it was only part-time. I would do it on the weekends and after work. And once I quit in February, March, it takes a while to build your clientele up, especially leaving that much a month to going to hoping that you have work. And I'll tell you, I didn't have work every day. So yeah, it was rough at first, and we cut a lot of things out and sacrificed a lot of things, but still did everything for our kids. We just took it easy on some things. But hi to you. My dad has 71 F100 when I was a kid. Yeah, this one's like that orange-red color. Pretty cool. Single cab, long bed with, I believe, a 360 in it. Something like that. We'll probably do a will it run video with that one day. And to be 100% honest, we'll probably chop it up and set the body on a Crown Victoria. That's kind of what my plan is for that truck. Make them learn stick. Little car thieves can drive standard, yeah. So my kids all ride dirt bikes and quads, so they understand the concept of shifting. So I don't think they'd have any problem driving stick shift. Guys, I think we're going to go till 7 p.m. And I think after that, I'm going to go in there, hang out with the family the rest of the night. So we got about 15 more minutes. I truly appreciate all of you guys. I still have a lot of downtime. Started my biz mid-2021, but I also keep the kiddos when my wife works and they're out of school. Yeah. The past 2 weeks have been nothing but swamped, absolutely swamped. The weeks before, I had days I didn't do anything, but yeah, my wife stays at home with the children. I prefer that. I love that. They get to be with their mom all day, and I prefer that. It's almost 9 here, Texas. Wow. Thank you for staying up, Neil. I appreciate that. I've had busy weeks too. Yeah, we're going to have busy weeks and we're going to have slow weeks. Dawn, we will get those breaks done. One big frog. It's amazing that you read and respond to every post. So I was doing it all on my own at first, and I kind of had to enlist my wife to help. But yes, we read and respond to every single post. If you re-comment on it, we probably don't see it because the way the YouTube studio is, it says like that I haven't responded. That's the easiest way to see everything. And then, if we click out of that, it just gives us a massive amount of comments that we've responded to. So if we don't respond back again, I'm sorry, but we probably didn't see it. But we respond to every single one of them. Some of them we read together, and it's very heartwarming. So thank you all for those positive comments. America the free, home of the brave. Does your wife have a sister that likes older men that are sarcastic and live in Canada? Just kidding. I'm almost done with relationships. Most women are nuts. I got a good one. So, no, I don't think she has a sister that likes older men that are sarcastic. Unfortunately, because I would hook you up and we'd be like brother-in-laws kind of type thing, and that'd be awesome. Neil, enjoyed popping in. You take care, and I will keep an eye on that content. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate it. Hope I'm saying your name right. America the free, enjoy your family time, buddy. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. But in a high crime area of Cali, yeah. So that's okay. So that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, we are in a high crime rate. So a week and a day ago, Friday, so like 8 days ago, there was, I guess, a shooting. Some guy just started shooting at random cars that were driving in San Jacinto, California, which is the next city. We're in just a small valley together, so we have 2 cities here. And he just started shooting at random cars and struck someone in the neck and killed him. That's what I heard. He's a father of 4, and I heard his wife had to call hospital, everything, trying to find him, and found out that her husband was dead. So I'm looking into helping out with that. A couple $100 if I can. I don't want to donate strictly to their GoFundMe. I'd rather write them a check so that way they don't have to take money out that GoFundMe. So I'm looking into that, guys. But yes, we're in a high crime area. Word of mouth in your videos are going to ensure you're fully booked very soon. I am 2 weeks out booked, actually. Thank you. We are definitely, word of mouth is great. Can an 07 Toyota Yaris with over 217,000 still running strong, never replace anything but the battery, change oils, tires? Yes, Ken, I agree. I love Toyota. They are awesome. Albert, then your kids are blessed to live in Hemet. I used to go out that way and ride dirt bikes and quads back in 99 to 07. Hemet's not what it is, overran with people coming here for low rent. And when you get that, you get a ton of crime. We got a homeless problem, mental health problem, drug problem. There's a ton of that out here. It's not what it used to be, but yes, we got Ocotillo Wells out here too, so we go there. Mike, forgive. Where did you say I could possibly send a PayPal tip? I missed it. No worries. So if you go to my channel and you'll see my last video, which is me sitting there talking. If you click it, and then if you scroll down just a little bit, I don't know what you're using. If it's a cell phone or it's got to be a cell phone or computer. It says description. So in that description, you'll see I typed, like, comment, subscribe, and then further down it says if you like helping people, it's down there. There's a link and it says paypal.me.qualitymobileautomotive. If you click that, if you want to donate, there's a link down there, and that we use to help everybody. The real people that need help, not the people asking for handouts. Good day, Robert from New Zealand. Thank you, Grunter Robertson from New Zealand. Wow, that's pretty far. Thank you. What's your thought on electric cars? I think we are not ready for them yet. I think the power grids aren't ready, and I don't know. We're just not ready for it. It's going to be hard to get rid of fossil fuels. So they are complex. Working on the hybrids, the Jeeps and all that. I've worked on a ton of those in the Pacificas and everything. And if you disconnect your 12-volt battery wrong, you weld the contactors for the battery, and you have a $20,000 brick if you can't unweld it with the code that you get from engineering. So I don't think we're ready. Mike, I do not wish to answer that, but we will hold our own. Let's just leave it at that. Thank you, Mike. One big froggy. Oh, Mike, you got it. Awesome. Yeah, we appreciate that. That account, we're going to help a lot of people with that account. I'll be 100% honest with what is in that account. I think we are, let's see, we are $332 in that account to help somebody. I don't know why it says money on hold, $48.50. I don't know why it says that, but it's something like that. But we're definitely, the next person that really needs it, we're going to help them. Definitely not going to help somebody who is just asking for a handout and they can pay it. They got a nice car. I've been places like that. They got a real nice car, real nice house, real nice this and that, and they're like, well, I seen that video. No, I've already had that, and that was sickening. So you have a Patreon account set up. Honestly, so that's funny you say that. I set it up like a week ago, but I never published it. I don't know if I can handle running both of them. I watch Casey Liddell, and I see that he has one, and he doesn't post as much like he does the YouTube. So I don't know if I'll ever publish it, but I thought about it, and I have it set up. I just never published it. So How about hydro cars? The hydrogen, I don't think that's, maybe in the future, but not right now. No, honestly, I think what they should do is just continue to engineer cars with better miles per gallon, and I think we should just keep going with the internal combustion engine of gasoline, diesel for now. And I know they're still doing it for like hydrogen and all that stuff, but we'll see what they do. Fran XB, sorry I'm late, just woke up. Hello, and video has froze. I'm sorry that it is froze. I hope I'm not frozen to the rest of you. I'm melting right now. It's still like 80 something degrees out here. 80 feels like 80 degrees in here. Full faith repair. I will put videos up soon. I'll have to do some this winter to show you what it's like to work in minus 40 temps. I gotta admit, I'm a little jealous of your weather. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I don't have to work in minus 40. Let's just say that. Mike, yeah, I seen that, just like the electric semi trucks too, and I don't know about that. I think with a lot of engineering and stuff like that, for sure, I think it'll go somewhere. It definitely will. So, out here in California, the electric grid, they keep complaining about it, and they keep pushing for electric, and they want us to be electric by like 2035 or something like that. But last summer, they told people to not charge their electric vehicles during the day because the power grid can't handle it. But yet we're going to get rid of gas cars. So, yeah, I don't understand how that works. And then here in California, supposedly they're doing a pilot program for the electric cars, everyone, because electric vehicles are not paying their fair share of gas tax to be on the road. So I heard they're doing some things with that, mileage-based things. But thank you, Ken. Chief DK has not frozen for me. Maybe it's just Fran XB's internet connection. Hopefully, I think America the Free. I think California should stop telling everyone what to install in their cars for emissions. Who gave them that authority? They came up with the California Environmental Protection Agency, so they gave themselves the authority. I seek the truth. I need to take my neighbor to town. So you have a good night. Great life. Thank you. I appreciate that. And honestly, I wouldn't mind talking a little more with you. So I appreciate that. I seek out the truth. Have a good night. Tim, thank you. We'll see you on the next one. I don't know that I'll be able to announce it, but we'll see. So thank you. New Zealand, you already have mileage-based charges? That sucks. How does that work? Good night. Electric car owners here already get taxed for road use tax. It never ends. Everyone wants our money. Yes. Yep. We make money by people paying us with money that's already taxed, and then when we get that money, we get taxed for it, and then when we spend it, it gets taxed. And when we spend it on the road, we spend it at the store, we spend it everywhere, and each time is a tax. All the money is just going straight to taxes. Eventually, everything goes straight back to where it came from. So yeah, I agree with that, Mike. But I'm curious, Grunter, before we go, I definitely would like to hear about that mileage charges for electric cars out there in New Zealand. I skipped another ad. I don't know how to turn that off. So I'll just keep skipping them. I hope you guys aren't getting ads. It keeps telling me and I keep skipping them. Solo, hello. You have to pay, say, 5,000 kilometers and then renew it when it runs out. Please check that your road use charges are up to date. What the heck? That just don't sound right. I'm going to look up into that, Grunter, and I'm going to see if that's similar of what they're going to do. But it's 7 o'clock here in California, so I appreciate everyone. I'm going to end it here. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, I can almost guarantee all of you guys have subscribed. So thank you. We'll do this again. I don't know when, so I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. Look forward to talking to you on the next one. And all right, guys, thank you very much. Signing off here. 2 p.m. Sunday. What? All right, Grunter, have a good day. Good night, everyone. One big froggy. Thank you. Appreciate it, bud. All right, bye, guys.